Well, if you've been out on the roads, hopefully not, but if you have, you probably can relate to our drive this morning. I was white knuckling it on the way in this morning.
I'm just listening to Christian music, just praying that I get
the whole way in.
Yes, I know. No, it was definitely a little scary this morning, but I did make it, obviously, and a lot of people were not on the roads, which made it a lot nicer, and also going below the speed limit. There's always the few that go a little bit above, but no, everyone made it to work okay today, so that was great.
Very good news.
Roads were definitely slick and hazardous starting yesterday evening, and it went all night into early this morning, so just a ton of accidents, and firemen that were trying to respond to some of these accidents. I mean, look at them. That's why you can't get into an accident when this kind of stuff happens, because it's going to be hard for you to even be rescued. And oh gosh, the amount of semis that were jackknifed and crashed, and then we obviously had some regular cars, pedestrians that were getting into crashes, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, the roads were very, very icy, especially the bridges and the overpasses. It was just a whole mess since yesterday. And obviously our storm trackers were all over it very early this morning. In fact, storm trackers are still out because we still have some icy roads. Let's go to Tom Schott. And Tom, I know you're down in the South Metro, down in Norman. How are the roads there?
Cassie, they are a lot better than they were earlier. There are still some slick spots, especially when I went and got gas. I almost slipped a couple of times. So all the parking lots are still a solid glaze of ice. But the streets are doing a lot better than they were earlier. Back to you.
Yeah, so some good news there. And Marty Logan, he's been in the metro here in Oklahoma City. Marty, what have you been seeing on the roads?
Okay, it's starting to break up a little bit. I'm in Midwest City, Southeast 15th, and as you can tell, there is some fog that has moved in. I've got about 3-block visibility. I've been running 33, 34 degrees, and what I'm noticing is the ice is starting to loosen up on the vehicles that are parked. What's going to happen is people are going to take off when they can get on the road, and those sheets of ice are going to be flying off. Might cause some more hazards as that loosens up on those vehicles. Back to you, Cassie.
Definitely saw some of that this morning as well. And Val, he's been on the east sides of the metro on I-40. Val, go ahead and give us an update.
Yeah, so Cassie, we're at I-40 and Highway 102 over here. And, you know, the roads are getting better. You can see that road right there. There's a lot of ice still on it, but it's mostly slush. And I-40 is moving much better than it was earlier. All the accidents have kind of been removed. Some of them are still left, but things are getting better. Back to you.
This is what we like to hear. Those temperatures, that 1 degree difference makes a world of difference. Now let's go to Links 3. I'm going to show you what's going on. So we're still calling it icy roads because it's the neighborhoods, it's the side streets, it's the parking lots where you're starting out. That is just completely ice covered. The main roads, they are starting to improve. Temperatures are climbing just a little bit above freezing, and that includes the ground temperatures themselves as well. So we are seeing some improvements, especially on the main roads. You can get around, but they are slushy and wet. The problem is you don't know exactly where that spot is that could be a little bit icy, but rain is starting to increase now from the south to the north, and that will continue to be the case as we go throughout the afternoon, filling in a little bit more across parts of western Oklahoma from just north of Clinton all the way down to Frederick and Wichita Falls, and you can see right around Ardmore we also have some light rain. And again, that's just going to continue to fill in throughout the afternoon, but by the time we get to about early evening, eventually everything lifts off to the north and east. It does look dry, but we will see some fog around still during that time. So this is our National Cowboy Museum camera. But over Lucky Star Skycam Network, you can see just how few cars are out today, but people are getting around. We're at 32 degrees now. We've got a south-southeast wind at 10 miles an hour. Feels more like 24 degrees. So it's still very cold and visibilities are still very low. The problem is, especially later tonight when we still have fog around, we could see areas of freezing fog, and that's going to cause more slick spots. But temperature is certainly coming up. There's still a couple of spots here and there where we're just below freezing, but we've got low to mid 30s in the southwest. We even have 50s out in the Panhandle, but 32 in Jones, 32 in Norman, 31 in Purcell, 31 in Minco, and 35 now in Kingfisher, with a south to southeast wind between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. You can see a lot of the mesonet stations are completely frozen, so they're going to thaw out as we go throughout the day. But Yeah, this storm system is just going to continue to send in moisture from the south, eventually moving off to the north and east. But later this week, we have another wave moving in, coming in from the west. Today, though, shooting for a high of about 36 degrees. We're going to hang out in the 30s for most of us throughout much of the day today. So more rain is likely, but the good news is it should just be a cold rain. This evening, eventually, everything moves off to the north and east. We're looking dry, but then fog will redevelop, and freezing fog will be a possibility overnight and into tomorrow morning. But I think we wind up at about 32 degrees. So we will still have some slick spots out and around. You still have to just take your time and be a little cautious. But tomorrow afternoon, I mean, compared to what we've got today, this is fantastic. 43 degrees in Oklahoma City, upper 30s in Alva, low 40s in Lawton, about 45 tomorrow afternoon in Ardmore. And tomorrow afternoon, here comes the next wave of rain. Now, by the time we get, this is not Sunday, but by the time we get into Wednesday, temperatures will climb into the upper 40s, 50s on Thursday, 50s on Friday, and that guarantees that it is just going to be a plain rain. We'll be right back.